course, once we graduate high school, we kind of fall out of that, and here comes the weight on, and here comes the having to rebuild to learn how to even get endurance again. So after I had that ACL tear, I started getting into rehab and getting back into the gym, and I was motivated, but I really didn't have a goal set. I worked with my dad at the time as an interior decorator in sales, and so I was behind a desk job for 8 hours a day. I loved what I did, but I had always my passion for fitness was always the number one, and something I always wanted to follow. So I decided to do a competition, and I was approached by a couple of trainers at my gym that said I should give it a shot. Well, that was my motivation to learn how to walk again, like to get up on that stage as quick as I could after rehab and to prove it to myself that I could do it. And so I started rehab, I think it was somewhere around March, and got up on stage in July and had amazing results the first year of competing. But then came the downward spiral of competing, which is what a lot of people go through, is the nutrition habits. You're kind of restricted. Of course, your body's trying to lean out and that kind of thing. So you definitely get to that target, but it's what you do after you compete. And what I decided to do was pretty much put my hands on any kind of food I could get my hands on. I mean, it was such a mental thing for me. So for the course of about 2.5 years, I started getting into promotional model work and all of this stuff that the light was shining down on me, and I was living this dream. But on the backside of things, I was hitting so many hardcore diets, so many fasting diets. I started getting on caffeine pills, your red line, your Jack 3D, all of this stuff that I see a lot of young kids take right now. I was taking all of it. And my body was going good. I had that energy, but then I had the crashing point. And when I had the crashing point was when I really started dipping into whatever I could get my hands on to try and keep myself awake and keep going and keep going and keep going. Anybody that knows me, I love to work, I love to help people, but the problem that I was missing was I wasn't helping myself. And if you can't help yourself, how can you shine it on to anyone? So after I was doing all of this work, Lori Harder, which is the biggest inspiration to me in the fitness industry, I had a very private conversation with her about what I was fighting and what I was going through. And she told me about Isagenix. I had never heard about it before. And I told Lori, I said, I'm going to do whatever you tell me to do because I trust you. I said, but I will say this. I said, I'm out to fix myself. And if this is something that works for me, then I'm ready to pursue my career as a personal trainer and a health and wellness coach and help change lives. I said, that's what it's about to me. But I said, I've got to get there for me first. And I did these products 6 months without telling anybody. And my body went through so much. Like, think about everything I was putting in my body, from all the energy stuff to tons of Splendid and all the artificial things that were going in my body. My body had to get rid of that. So it didn't happen overnight. My face was breaking out, my hair was falling out. Like, literally, I was in my mid-20s and I felt literally like I was an old woman. Like, I didn't feel energized. So it does take time for your body to balance out, and that's the reason why I tell this to anybody that inquires about Isagenix. It's not a diet, it's quality nutrition, but your body has to learn how to balance it out before you can start seeing the advantages to the program. And seriously, at the beginning, I felt this energy and I thought, okay, Brooke, you're just convincing yourself. This is just another thing like the other stuff that you were taking. But 6 months after I've been on it, I've shared it with over 100 people, and now there's hundreds of people and millions of people and thousands of people that are contacting everybody that I'm affiliated with in Isagenix that want to know what is happening. Like, how are these people getting the changes? How are they having less stress, more energy, not having to rely on all the cups of coffee a day? And the thing is, I have my social life back. I have my enjoyable time with my family back. I mean, I have all the things that I was missing that I should be living up with going, in my 20s that I missed out on. Now I'm able to enjoy it again. So now I've been on the products 1.5 years, and I am a firm believer in these products. I've been to numerous seminars to hear the doctors behind it, and the formulators and even the founders are still with this company. So it's not, so many people want to say it's a fad, and so many people want to say it's a scheme that people are following for. It's I even get to hear the news that all of the people that I post the transformation pictures on, that can't happen to her in that amount of time. Oh, she's not done. Isagenix didn't help her with that. Yes, it did. It truly did. That's why I post videos and pictures and their stories. It's because I know the way people think. I was the same way. I was skeptic with everything. I had been burned so many times on so many different things. And I will say this, too, because I hear this a lot. It's expensive. And the way it changed my life, the way it brought me off of prescription acne medication, the way it brought me back to life, it's priceless. It is literally priceless. And so that is my story, and that's where I'm at today. And I live out a dream day to day. I do work everywhere I travel. I've got my laptop with me doing Isagenix, and I can go anywhere I want to go because of the opportunity Isagenix does provide to share your story. And so I'm honored to even be a part of a nutrition party all the time, and everybody wants to have these nutrition parties to share their story. And so it's very touching, and that's where I'm at, and I hope to just continue and go on and help people.